Hi everyone, this is Lara Hammock from the Marble Jar channel, and in today's video I will share the rule that I have for homecoming and other special occasion dresses. So fall is in the air, and that means that we will soon be kicking off the annual bickering about homecoming dress selection. So I've talked ad nauseam to my daughter about clothing choices and the male gaze. Actually, I have a video on that if you're interested. But in the end, teenage girls want to look as cute as possible for homecoming and other dress-up occasions. And that generally means that there is going to be some conflict between teenager and parents about their outfit choices. Unfortunately, looking cute many times means showing a little bit more body than I am generally comfortable with. But that said, I was once a teenage girl, and I know it's not going to fly for me to make my daughter go to homecoming in something like this. If she wants to fit in, I get it. But there are some fairly scandalous styles that are in vogue at any given time. These girls are beautiful, and I'm glad that they are proud of their bodies. However, I am her mom, and part of my job is to make sure that she makes reasonable decisions. After all, people are freaking judgy. There are, of course, your peers, other girls mostly, who will whisper behind your back if you're showing too much skin or if you've made the wrong clothing choice. But here is the most judgy group of all. The moms. And generally it's the moms of the boys because they have not had to deal recently with a teenage daughter who is hell-bent on making decisions that they're not comfortable with. Believe me, I hear all about the unfortunate clothing choices. Dresses so plunging that boobs are practically popping out. Hemlines so high that just the act of getting in and out of a car is practically pornographic. I've definitely heard it. Do you think I want my daughter subjected to that judgment? No, I do not. And she doesn't really want that either. So, here is my rule about dresses. From my standpoint, for standard dresses, there are generally 4 areas where you can choose to be a little risque. The neckline can be plunging. The hemline can be extremely short. The fit can be nothing left to the imagination tight, and you can have cutouts. This last one is pretty new. It didn't really exist when I was growing up. My rule is that you can choose one of these areas, but never more than that. So for example, a dress can be super skin tight. They call that bodycon, but then it has to have a reasonable neckline and hemline and be devoid of all cutouts. Or you can choose a really short hemline, but everything else has to be reasonable. You get the idea. You pick more than one of these areas and you run the risk of being the subject of unkind gossip. There's also the general rule of common sense. I still have standards about how short a dress can be. After all, getting in and out of a car should never be practically pornographic. Plunging is okay for many girls. For me, that would mostly show rib cage. But if you are highly endowed in that area, I would seriously think about choosing another option for yourself. Dresses can be fitted without being bodycon tight. This is an area of confusion for my daughter. And obviously, cutouts have to be somewhat modestly placed. Maybe your daughter doesn't push the limits, but most girls will. I believe that this rule gives them enough leeway to strut their stuff without being the subject of too much malicious gossip. Let me know what you think. Comments are always appreciated, and thanks for watching.